Buddhism. Satisfying physiological needs, security needs, emotional needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. According to American psychologist Abraham Maslow, these are life realms from low to high. Realms indicate the spiritual and mental heights of a person, reflecting the essence, taste, quality, and value of their life. As the life and life guide in Life of Chanyuan, what kind of realm do I aim to help the Chanyuan Celestials achieve as the highest in their lives? No debts, owing neither money to anyone nor emotional obligations, going with the flow and living freely. Free from any worries, there are no concerns about sustenance, lodging, travel, or the cycle of birth and death. The mind abides nowhere, holds no attachments, and experiences profound serenity and joy. Without desires or wants, simply flowing with nature, feeling content regardless of location or activity. When the wind rustles through the bamboo leaves no trace. When geese pass over a cold pond, the pond shows no shadow, neither concerned about poverty nor eager for wealth. Non-contention with the world, no judgments or evaluations of the people and the world. As if one is watching the world of mundane affairs like an ant kingdom. Everything follows its nature, naturally, without trying to change anything. Let wolves be wolves and sheep be sheep. Do not try to turn wolves into sheep or sheep into wolves. The course of life. What's it like, I wonder? Perhaps like a wild goose treading snow-mired paths. In passing, it may leave a mark on the mud, but the goose flies on without looking back. Meanwhile, throughout one's life, behold the world of truth, goodness, and beauty. Ignore the phenomena of falsehood, evil, and ugliness. Harmony with heaven, merging with the Tao, uniting with heaven, earth, and all things, without self or form, being flexible, harmonious in stillness and motion, and advancing and retreating effortlessly. Abundant soul wealth, abundant spiritual wealth, and abundant material wealth. Accumulating abundant treasures in heaven, knowing your future is extremely broad and brilliant, understanding that your life's future resides in the picturesque, heavenly high-level space. Strictly adhering to the way of the greatest creator, biting the blue mountain and refusing to let go. Its roots are firmly embedded within the shattered rocks. Despite 1,000 strikes and 10,000 blows, it remains unyielding against the winds blowing from all directions. Regardless of how the wind blows and the waves surge, it's better than taking a leisurely stroll in a courtyard. Above is the highest realm of life I want to guide the Chanyuan Celestials to reach. With no debts, no concerns for the future, no desires, non-contention with the world, harmony with heaven, unity with the Tao, 3 types of abundant wealth, treasures in heaven, and strict adherence to the way of the greatest creator. Having a realm indicates that a person tends towards nobility and elegance. Without a realm, a person tends towards vulgarity and coarseness. The higher the realm, the greater the spiritual and mental freedom one gains. The lower the realm, the easier it is for a person to be entangled in worldly matters and deceived by fleeting appearances, resulting in less freedom. Climbing to the highest realm of life, and life is the direction we are striving for and the goal we want to achieve. After 3 years of practice in the second home of Life of Chanyuan, we climb to the middle of the mountain. It is certain that as long as we live in the second home for 8 years, 80% of the Chanyuan Celestials will surely realize their dreams and achieve their most beautiful ideals. The realm of Chanyuan Celestials is very high, and Chanyuan Celestials' future of life and life is very beautiful. 简单点再简单点. Be simpler, much simpler. Xiefeng, June 11th, 2012. Translation edited by Qinyu. A complex mind leads to a complex life. Excessive pursuit, greed, and possession result in dissatisfaction and a rocky destiny. Life is but a journey of the soul through the human world, and in the end, we must disembark. Whether it's against our will or as we wish in the end, it all comes to naught. So, the most beautiful life is a simple life. Since life is a journey, let us enjoy the scenery along the way and travel light. Do not linger on the past landscapes. Better ones lie ahead. Do not regret the sights you have passed, as everything is but a fleeting dream. Live simply, even more simply. Do not burden yourself with weariness, anxiety, and troubles. Do not harbor ambitions and aspirations. Do not seek lasting fame. Do not hope for others to admire you. Discard the idea of having a name. Seek only inner peace and a clear conscience. Do not crave knowledge and learning. Earthworms and little birds live content lives without knowledge or learning. Those who claim to be experts in both Eastern and Western knowledge are fools who do not comprehend the true meaning of life. We aim for joy and happiness at every moment and in every situation. Do not covet material possessions. Do not buy houses, cars, or stash money in banks. Simply have enough to meet your needs, or even better, have nothing at all, like the residents of Life Chanuan's second home. They possess nothing but lack for nothing. Do not constantly expect to become a celestial, a Buddha, or reach heaven. Attachment is a hindrance. Live in the present. As long as every present moment is joyful, the ultimate ending will be blissful. True cultivation requires no cultivation. The highest realm of Buddhism is non-practice, and the highest form of martial arts is non-technique. The most refined management is non-management. In heaven, there are no books. Everything in existence, every phenomenon, is the best revelation. Therefore, do not read books all day long, especially complex and burdensome ones, and especially those that encourage the pursuit of success, wealth, and fame. When you are idle and bored, read the little birds and the flowers, read the wind, clouds, rain, and snow. Read the bees and ants, read the bamboo, willow trees, and the small streams. Do not cultivate relationships with people. Do not flatter or fawn over those with power and influence. Do not envy the rich and famous, and do not chase after or imitate celebrities. Live naturally, walk your own path, cultivate your own way, speak your own words, be your own person. Entrust your life to the greatest creator and let the Tao manage your life. Everything else should follow your natural inclinations. Do not pass judgment on others, even if they are demons. Everything in the world has a proper arrangement. The mouth should not despise the anus for being too dirty, and the anus should not be envious of the mouth's nobility. Do not criticize others, for each person has their own life path and unique character and strengths. Speaking ill of others reveals your own inner ugliness. Do not learn too many skills. Having one skill is sufficient. If you lack any skills, possessing a single virtue is enough to lead an easy life, whether it's honesty, diligence, kindness, simplicity, trustworthiness, or sincerity. Life is brief, so why make yourself busy and tired? Avoid extravagance and waste. Do not consume what is unnecessary. Do not indulge in what you don't need. Do not enjoy excessively. Do not crave excessively. Do not pursue excessively. Salted turnips and steamed bread of corn are good food. A bamboo fence and a thatched cottage together offer beautiful scenery. Even Taoist temples and monasteries are not as beautiful. Where roosters crow, dogs bark, and children play, that is the beauty of life. We should not overly discuss cultivation. It's a form of attachment. Avoid traveling far and wide, seeking high-level masters to discuss how to cultivate. Many methods of cultivation are, in reality, costly and laborious. Do not harbor delusions of acquiring supernatural powers and special abilities through cultivation. Instead, work diligently and live honestly. Cultivate your own way and earn your own keep. Do not pray for windfalls from the sky. Live simply, even more simply. Learn to enjoy a simple life and do not let desires, anger, or ignorance pull you around. Take things as they are, associate with others by following predestined relations, act in accordance with nature, and take advantage of opportunities as they arise. Don't stir up trouble without reason and don't seek trouble when there is none. Calm yourself and enjoy your life. Spend more time with the sunrise, the sunset, and the bright moon. Communicate more with flowers, plants, insects, and birds. Sing, dance, walk, and play to your heart's content. Chanyuan celestials bask in the radiance of the greatest creator. Jesus Christ, Buddha Shakyamuni, Laozi, and sages throughout history accompany us. Your life, including your sustenance, clothing, housing, and every aspect of life, is under the protection of the divine. Do not worry about anything, do not be afraid, do not be anxious, do not prepare for the future. As long as you understand that clear water is more important than strong coffee or other beverages, and as long as you keep the water, everything else will come. Your wishes will eventually be fulfilled, and your ideals will certainly be realized. 共产主义社区第二家园的八大特征 8 characteristics of the communist community, the second home created by Life Chanuan. Xiefeng. February 27, 2013. Translation edited by Qin Yu. The communist community, the second home, created by Life Chanuan, has been in existence for nearly 4 years and has now entered a stable and harmonious phase. Although it is not yet perfect, it is approaching the ideal state of life that humanity has dreamt of for thousands of years. This is humanity's blessing and the hope for its development. The establishment of the communist community, the second home, is inspired by the teachings of Jesus Christ, Buddha Sakyamuni, the sage Laozi, Prophet Muhammad, and the wisdom of sages throughout history. It is from the description of ancient Greek philosophers like Plato and the Chinese sage Confucius. It is rooted in the thoughts of the founders and pioneers of communist ideology such as Marx, Engels, Lenin, and Mao Zedong. It is also influenced by the ideals of utopian socialist thinkers and practitioners like Owen, Saint-Simon, and Fourier. Furthermore, it originates from the desires of the hardworking, kind, simple, sincere, and trustworthy masses. It represents the culmination of over 2,000 years of human experiments with utopian communities. Today, all of this is not only put into practice but has also succeeded. The success of the communist community, the second home, is not accidental. It is the crystallization of the thoughts of all human sages, the result of countless Communist Party members dedicating their lives to it. The road to this success is paved with blood, tears, humiliation, and hardship. Today, the hard work of our predecessors has blossomed into beautiful flowers. We should cherish it and protect it with our lives. Summarizing our thoughts and experiences, the current communist community, the second home, possesses the following 8 characteristics. Taking the way of the greatest creator and implementing holographic management. The way of the greatest creator, also known as the way of nature, is our guiding principle. We always follow the principles of nature. It is also the scientific approach to development. Holographic management means no management because the highest form of management is non-management. Everything follows the principles of nature, and our management is entirely human-centered. This is why you won't find any leaders, offices, or managers in our community. Everyone is a manager, and everyone is a master of the community. There are no hierarchies or ranks. Everyone is equal, possessing nothing yet owning everything. Members who join the communist community, the second home, have nothing to call their own. Personal belongings and money are no longer private. Everything belongs to the community. Each person can enjoy everything the community has to offer as needed, without extravagance or waste. Everyone working to the best of their abilities, asking for and taking only what they need. Everyone has different abilities and strengths. In the second home, as long as each member puts in their best effort every day and does the work they are capable of, it is enough. We do not require uniformity, and no one is forced to do tasks beyond their capabilities. Everyone's needs are met without any allocation issues. Having no marriages or nuclear families. Marriage and families are the breeding grounds for selfishness, sources of distress and pain, and the root causes of endless resource exploitation and waste. Therefore, there is no marriage or families in the communist community, the second home. The young being well educated and the old being looked after properly. All aspects of a member's life, including food, clothing, shelter, transportation, and healthcare from birth to death, are taken care of by the community. The elderly are looked after by the community, and the children are raised and educated by the community. Parents no longer worry about their children, and children no longer worry about their parents. Politics and religion are not practiced. The communist community, the second home, refrains from engaging in any political activities or participating in any religious rituals. All our activities are guided by the principles of nature. We do not practice idol worship, nor do we celebrate holidays or perform rituals with political or religious connotations. We cherish nature and strive to protect insects, birds, animals, and the environment. all members engaging in physical labor regardless their backgrounds. Once someone enters the communist community, the second home, everyone is equal. There are no hierarchies, and we don't care about a person's background. Whether you are a PhD or illiterate, rich or poor, scholar or shepherd, high-ranking official or commoner, male or female, white or black, everyone becomes a laborer. Regardless of one's background, we only value the present moment, being flexible, acting tactfully, and bending according to the situation. The community operates on the principle of least resistance, where all affairs should be handled flexibly in accordance with the principle of keep the main but change the others according to the situation. Dharma sets no rules. It is ever-changing. In order to enrich our cultural life, enhance our inner quality, and cultivate a love for life, a love for living, and a love for life, our residence is frequently changing, work shifts as needed, personnel are constantly changing, and recreational and gaming activities are ever-evolving. This keeps our community in a state of constant change, making it impossible for two people to stay together for an extended period. Everyone is always in a novel environment. This approach prevents the maximization of entropy, thus preventing stagnation. It stimulates everyone's interests and thinking abilities. This approach also prevents the formation of cliques and warlordism, ensuring the eventual formation of a harmonious global family. These 8 characteristics are the distinctive markers that set the second home apart from other societal production and living methods. In addition to these, the communist community has many other characteristics. For instance, we do not celebrate birthdays, avoid one-on-one romantic relationships, build the environment into a model of ecological civilization, creating an idyllic living environment, eschew personal worship, speak the truth as it is, have specialized and responsible division of labor in all tasks, allowing people to freely choose work according to their strengths and interests, avoid complaining and sharing grievances, refrain from discussing others' personal matters and privacy, avoid comparisons, maintain transparency in all matters, abstain from mystical or secretive practices, and more. We have paved a sunny path for humanity in the communist community, the second home. We have essentially achieved a state where everyone is happy, joyful, free, and blessed. The secret to elevating life to the realms of heaven, becoming celestial and Buddha, lies here. 第二家园混沌管理简论. The second home's holographic management briefing. Xiefeng. January 21st, 2013. Translation edited by Qin Yu. The second home is established to introduce a new way of life for all of humanity. One of the primary objectives of this new lifestyle is to foster harmonious coexistence among individuals, within society, and with the natural world. It envisions a united global family living in peace, free from international conflicts, regional tensions, ethnic disputes, religious and political divisions, as well as the troubles, pain, and unhappiness often associated with marriage and family life. Additionally, it aims to significantly reduce crime, eliminate unemployment, famine, environmental pollution, and other global challenges. To achieve this ideal, the key component is the worldwide implementation of holographic management. The essence of holographic management is non-management, which means minimizing human intervention and instead adopting Tao management, following the way of nature rather than human will. The universe is holographic. A change anywhere affects the whole. Any changes in the universe impact the Earth, and any changes on Earth affect all of humanity. There are no isolated events or isolated phenomena. For example, if one person gets angry, that anger will affect their family members, who will, in turn, affect their co-workers, and those co-workers will affect their nation and country. This nation and country will impact the entire world. From this, we can deduce that one person's anger has an effect on all of humanity. Thus, any event that occurs worldwide will have a butterfly effect on all of humanity and the Earth. This implies that the actions and words of an individual, a family, a nation, a political party, a religion, or a country affect all of humanity. There is no separation between internal and external, no concept of not influencing each other, no such thing as private matters. Everything is a public matter. All internal affairs are global affairs. The Earth is a whole, and local events have global implications. Just as an individual is a whole, and even if a splinter pierces their toe, it will have consequences throughout their body. To ensure that all of humanity lives a happy life, global holographic management must be implemented. Holographic management is the most ideal form of governance in theory, but can it work in practice? The second home, created by Life Genuine, is here to experiment with this mode of management. If this management style proves effective in the second home, then holographic management can be promoted worldwide, ultimately achieving global holographic management. Holographic management comprises 8 major connotations: achieving resonance between humanity and nature, becoming one with the Tao, and aligning with the will of the greatest creator. Embracing adherence to natural laws, operating based on scientific principles, engaging in production and lifestyle guided by the philosophy of scientific development, and minimizing human interference to the greatest extent possible. Maximizing the reduction of laws, regulations, and rules, allowing qualities like truth, goodness, beauty, love, trust, and sincerity to naturally blossom from the heart, revealing one's Buddha nature. Eliminating the soil that gives rise to private ownership, the family, and marriage. Promoting the concept of a global family, where all of humanity lives a life like that of the second home, sharing resources and dissolving political parties, religions, and countries to promote ethnic integration. Ensuring that every member of society becomes a creator of soul, spiritual, or material wealth. Minimizing the number of intermediaries, especially reducing administrative personnel. Shifting from management to service, where all managers become ordinary servants without any special privileges or treatment. Everyone contributes according to their abilities and receives according to their needs. Avoid extravagance and waste, relying on self-awareness and voluntary participation without administrative orders. No one can impose their will on others for any reason or excuse. Individuality and commonality harmoniously unite, aiming to allow individuality to fully blossom while maintaining perfect alignment between individuality and commonality. At the macro level, it forms a cohesive whole, while at the micro level, it consists of independent individuals. Everything unfolds with a focus on people, rather than for a specific goal, ideology, economic interest, noble ideal, or moral height. The aim is to allow people to savor the process of life, to enjoy the pleasures of childhood during childhood, the interests of youth in their youth, the passions of adolescence in their adolescence, the subtleties of middle age in their middle years, and the leisurely pursuits of old age in their later years. Life should not be a hardship driven by fixed objectives. The prerequisite for implementing holographic management is that individuals must first undergo soul purification. Without soul purification, holographic management cannot be implemented. Soul purification is a complex and challenging endeavor. If this endeavor is not executed correctly, so-called holographic management will remain an illusion and never become a reality. Based on the practice of over 3 years in the second home, it is evident that holographic management is not an unattainable fantasy but an ideal that can be realized. All of humanity can realize its most beautiful ideals as long as society and all of humanity provide understanding, support, and patience while they wait. Holographic management is humanity's way forward. There is no other way. Let's calculate the value of 1 crown of Chanyuan celestial name. Xiefeng. September 28, 2011. Translation edited by Qinyu. This is a matter of values. Some people consider money worthless, while others see it as essential for life. Some view friendship as spiritual wealth, while others see it as a tool for personal gain. Some see labor as a source of happiness, while others see it merely as a means of survival. There are also those who underestimate or belittle the value of labor. The number words for celestial titles are not expressed using one or a few, but rather 1 crown of celestial or a few crowns of celestials. Therefore, the meaning of 1 crown of celestial in the title is 1 Chanyuan celestial name. Now, let's calculate the value of the name of a Life Genuine member. First, what is the purpose of a person's lifelong efforts? According to the famous American psychologist Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, human beings strive to fulfill various needs throughout their lives. These needs include physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization. Physiological needs are the most basic human needs, such as food, clothing, shelter, transportation, and sexual life. Safety needs include job and personal safety, life stability, protection from diseases and disasters, and having a secure future. Social needs mainly refer to the desire for care and support from family, groups, friends, and colleagues. Esteem needs involve the desire for self-respect, a sense of accomplishment, and acknowledgement from others. This includes aspiring for wealth, status, power, and a favorable reputation, aiming to earn respect and recognition while avoiding being disregarded or underestimated by society. Self-actualization needs are the highest level of human needs. They involve the desire to complete work that corresponds to one's capabilities, to fully unleash one's potential in the workplace, to become the expected person, to ultimately strive for perfection, to experience the highest state of beauty in life, and to elevate oneself into a celestial being. Now, let's consider how many people have truly fulfilled their physiological, safety, social, esteem, and self-actualization needs. Most people struggle to fulfill even their basic physiological needs, let alone their higher-level needs. Only individuals like presidents, billionaires, and Nobel Prize winners can be said to have achieved these five needs from a worldly perspective. How much effort does it take to become a president, a billionaire, or a Nobel Prize winner?